Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today on Post to Youth, a really fun, weird map. It's going to be a Midrank Madness game featuring Bill and a Zero. Bottom left, it's going to be Zero. He's our red Terran. Top right, it's going to be Bill, who is what? He's our blue Zerg player today. And special thanks to our sponsor for the game today. It is Polls.it. Check it out. Link in the description. It is pinned. It's just a social media site centered around polls. You can sign up with your Google account or your email address. I am over there posting StarCraft polls every single day. You can answer them. You can make your own polls. It is free to use, and every person that signs up gets me a bonus from the advertiser. And I'm unemployed right now, so every little bit helps. So thank you for signing up for Polls.it. Task firsting inside the main base is Bill. Safe and economical. Nothing to worry about unless somebody maybe sneaks in your front door and goes over here and makes like a proxy barracks and a bunker or something, but a little bit harder to do on this map for sure. So everything's fine. Everything's fine right here. We've seen Bill submit many replays for the Midrank Madness over the years. He started in Brave Noob World. It's amazing how far he's come. He's using spellcasters so well. He's being patient. He's setting up surrounds. He's using all sorts of different unit compositions, responding to what the enemy is doing. So Zero's got his work cut out for him here. But, you know, Terran at this level, pretty good. Marines, Marauders, Stim, Medevacs, Widow Mines, you know, all fairly basic things you can use. And in combination, it's really hard for a Zerg player to deal with it unless they're using the spellcasters. Or maybe if you're not microing against Banelings, I suppose. Anyway, one Rax expand here from Zero inside his main base. Again, very safe to do unless somebody's mining through these minerals or somebody snuck in when you weren't watching, etc., etc., etc. So what's the play? Anyone going to make a play here? Anyone going to go something crazy? Maybe a battle cruiser rush would be super fun. Big fan of the battle cruiser here. The second guess is interesting from Zero because he's not saturating it. And if he was, it would tell me factory and maybe starport, maybe into battlecruiser, but he's not saturating it at all. He got the second gas, and now he's throwing down a factory, so fair enough. He's a little bit late on it. He had enough both minerals and gas to throw that down a bit sooner, but that's kind of what separates Midrank Madness from the GM level play, right? And I'm just talking GM like lower GM, not like, you know, the pros out there in GM, Cyril and Raynor and, you know, Harstam and stuff. We're just talking about the people at GM that are never going to make it into the final playoff in a premier tournament, and that's okay. They're still GM, like they're still kick butt, right? But I'm just saying that's what separates the Midrank Madness from them is you get your buildings on time, right? You don't panic when you're in an engagement. Your macro doesn't slip when you're trying to chase a Reaper around. Let the third base timing here from Bill a little bit later. But, you know, before 3 minutes, I'm going to allow it. I think I will. At this level, I think we're all right. So, yes. Oh, interesting. Factory into another barracks. I thought this was going to be a starport. And I was, oh, it is a starport. Okay, so interesting. So it's kind of a 2-1-1 build with an expansion, sort of. I mean, a true 2-1-1 doesn't have an expansion and is very aggressive and can be hard to deal with as a Zerg player for sure. It's an old build, but it checks out. So what are we going to do with the starport, man? Ooh, making a tech lab on this Rax tells me maybe we lift the starport onto the barracks, tech lab it up, maybe get a fusion core rockin'. Come on, Zero. I believe in you. I believe in you. You can make us happy. You can make everyone in the StarCraft world happy by making a battle cruiser with your first attack. Nope, he's using the tech lab for Stim. Never mind. It's probably just maybe a Viking first and then Medevac production. Vikings to get rid of some of these overlords that are poking around and hanging out over these air vents. These fans are not spinning, so this is a dead airflow system or cooling system or something. That's Dr. Henson down there, huh? Dr. Henson putting on that glove. It's an interesting way to repurpose some of the StarCraft 2 art from the campaign. That's very funny. Okay, Reaper checking the third base. Lings, you have a Baneling nest, guys. Why are you going to poke this? Don't poke this, or I guess we just get in. Hey, look. The door's open. Oh, gosh, Zero. Well, there's enough Marines to handle it. Now the Lings are kind of trapped inside, which is not what they wanted. So those Lings die. These Lings maybe get one. Nope, nice healing. No SCVs will be killed. And that was kind of a mistake to go in there with that few Zerglings. Against Zero here, who's got a lot of Marines. He's making Widow Mines. Beautiful. He's going to go ahead and reactor up the starport. All right. So my dreams of battlecruiser have been crushed. The Reaper just got crushed as well. And it's a bit of a push out here. Are there 2 medevacs? Just the one? Just the one medevac. So this is a weird timing. We're just wandering over here with Marines, with a medevac. Do these Lings have any upgrades? No. They've got speed. They're working on a Baneling Nest. And they're working on burrow. I mean, not them alone. Every Zerg unit can burrow as long as it's ground unit. And watching Ultralisks burrow is really entertaining stuff. Big fan of that for sure. But Baneling Nest going to help a lot here, especially on creep. He doesn't have a lair yet, so Baneling speed's a little bit far away. Overlord, that's why you put the Overlords in these positions. Even if they die, that's good indication you know where the Terran player is at this moment. So immediately throws up 3 Banelings, which is pretty much all the gas he could afford. He needs to saturate this gas as well for more gas. And actually maybe get some extra gas here in your other bases too. It's kind of weird. Not a lot of gas being taken here by Bill, despite being on 3 bases. But he doesn't have a ton of minerals in the bank either because he has been droning. So maybe into gas now. You're going to want some gas units. Holy, 4th base timing at 5 minutes. It's a 2-basing Terran. I'm not sure getting a 4th base is going to do you well here. Zero's not even jumping on this. There, he should jump on it. Yeah, I don't know if letting it finish is the right move. That's a lot of Lings. Chomp, 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 chomp. Pretty good pickup, actually. Really not a bad pickup at all here from Zero. He fakes going into the main. Falls back. Widowmine. Oh, beautiful. 1 Ling gets peeled off. Who are you, Rainer, Bill? That was nuts. That was such good taking care of your Lings. That is very impressive. I like it a lot. The lair's done. Baneling speed should be getting started here, but oh my gosh. Oh, he tried. He tried, but all the pickups not happening, so everybody dies, except he does pick up one of the Widow Mines. That's exciting. Queens do they? They outrange the medevacs, so they don't have an attack anyway. So yeah, Zero using a lot of those. 3rd base, rolling, getting muled excellently here. 2 more Marines, more +1 attack coming in. Lings and Queens. Pow. Pow, and beautiful. You know, trading out 1 Zergling for a Widowmine hit is definitely a fair trade. If Protoss can lose a probe for that, you can lose a Zergling for that, right? Right. Running on in. That Widowmine is not burrowed. The only one that's not on cooldown is... Oh, it does get picked off. There's a decent pickup there from Zero. Again, he threatens dropping, and then he pulls back home, and then he threatens going the other way again, and he unloads in a weird place, and it's not that too far away from where the Zerg is. This is weird stuff out of Zero. He might actually take down this 4th base while he's got a 3rd base of his own. Widowmine's burrowing in. Looks like here comes Bill, and he... That's such a good trap. That is such a great trap. Unloads here inside the main base. Zerglings on top of it. Are there enough? Not really. They don't have an attack or an armor upgrade. It's so hard to handle Stim Marines without that. Another great pickup here from Zero. He's, you know what? Not the best pickup player in the entire world, but he's putting some work into it. I'll allow it at this point. Finally getting centrifugal hooks. We've got a +1 missile attack, +1 melee attack. Everything is good. But yeah, this Widowmine stuff, it can be tough to deal with. I mean, if you deal with it well the first 10 times in the game, and then fall apart in the 11th time you have to deal with the Widowmines and everything dies, you're dead. You're a dead man. That's all there is to it. So it's tricky. I really hate playing against Widowmines, gotta say that much. They do very, very well against everything Zerg can do. I feel paralyzed if someone's using Widowmines really well. I'm like, Hydras, I guess. But then the Marines murder them for sure. Widowmines, okay, decent hits, decent hits. All right, Widowmine again. Takes out a Marine with it because Widowmines do that friendly fire splash. They giveth and they taketh away. Zero has a lot of stuff all of a sudden, but he's not microing. Okay, microed some of his dudes. Woo, these rallying and hiders are not going to get it done at all. And the 4th base might actually die this time, folks. Zero's been trying to kill this thing for a while, and finally it takes it down. And by that I mean, it does explode. Takes an extra second there. That's fine. Not going to worry about it. Spore dies too. Keep those medevacs alive by killing those spores. 46 to 37 army supply. Bill is up. He's got hiders. He's got lings. He's got banes. The hiders have upgrades. They got an attack upgrade. They don't have a range upgrade or a speed upgrade, which if you're going to get hiders, they kind of need both of them to be at their best. It's like getting Marines and not giving them combat shield or stim, right? Widowmines. A little bit of friendly fire there. Do you have Overseers? I feel like Overseers would be a good thing to make at this stage of the game just because you're dealing with Widowmines so much and you have a lair, but no. No overseers being produced. It's okay. It's totally fine. Zero expanding to this gold base. Dude, Zero's on 4 bases. Bill's on 3 bases. This is not looking good for Bill. Bill is struggling. Struggling mightily here. Lurker Den on the way. What do we got here, folks? What is the play gonna be? Marines up. And gold base of your own. Nope, not happening at all. Lurkers could be pretty good. Lurkers are kind of like Widow Mines and Banelings. Oh my gosh, those Banelings got no connections. Sick plays from Zero. Banelings off creep though. Tough to make them work as well, and they do get a kill on that hatch. That is not a cancel. Bill can kind of afford it though. He's sitting on 1,300 minerals at the moment. He's finally getting a muscular augments upgrade, and he got the Hydras the range upgrade too. So he was a little bit late on the upgrades, but better late than never. If you have them and you're not dead, then I think we're good to go. Not going to worry about it. Terran, sitting here on +2 attack, +1 armor, working on a vehicle plating upgrade. Why? He wants the medevacs to be a little bit tankier? That's a weird upgrade to go for, man. He is getting concussive shells. Widowmine doesn't know what to fire on. Does take down a Hydralisk. Coming up this ramp kind of single file into a million Hydras is not going to work out for you. The medevac's going to die too. A bit of a lapse in attention there from Zero. Loses him a couple medevacs and a bunch of stuff because he wasn't watching where he was rallying or move commanding, or something wasn't going well there from him. Lurker aspect, or Lurker Den, like I said, is done. He is going to fire up a Lurker. He doesn't have a ton of gas. Did he ever manage? He did manage to saturate his gases. He never actually saturated this gas in the main. See, when you're starved for gas as a Zerg player, your first thought needs to be, have I saturated all of the gases that I have taken? Because I forget to. So everyone forgets to sometimes, especially at our level. Maybe Cyril doesn't, but, you know, he's a god, so whatever. Anyway, Widowmine's not getting cleared out, dude. There are no Overseers. If Bill loses this game, I'm going to blame it on the fact that he has refused to build Overseers today. Just, like, set up an Overseer right here in Oversight mode, and set one over here in Oversight mode, and, like, just don't worry about Widowmines anymore. At least not in your base, because these Widowmines are really problematic. Okay, 1 kill and 3 kills apiece is not winning the game, but... Dude, Zero's really kept Bill pinned in here. Some of that's the Widowmine stuff. Some of it's the worry. Gah. Okay, that's the point where you make an Overseer. Ooh, big Marine attack coming up a ramp. But nice concave at the top of the ramp. Nice Lurker there, too. Getting some spines down. Lurker walks up to the front, gets killed before burrowing. Ah! The Lurker's getting target fired and destroyed. No, keep pushing. There's only some Hydras left. He's using Snipe. I know I saw a nuke come through the production tab. The man's using Snipe. He's using Spellcasters. And guess who's not using Spellcaster today? Bill. We're not seeing Parasitic Bomb. Bam. We're not seeing Fungals at all. And Zero's the one using Ghosts. And you know what? 9 times out of 10, if you're using the Ghosts and your enemy is not using Fungals to try to counter the Ghosts, or Parasitic Bombs, and isn't using Overseers to try to detect the Widowmines that are sitting in their base, for example, then the Terran is probably going to win. So yeah, I think this was a winnable game from Bill. I mean, now he's down 200 to 100 supply. Now he's on the back foot. Now his face is getting smashed in. There's Liberators here, too. The Hydra is actually handling the Liberators fairly well. God, actually not that well at all. How many? 4 Liberators, man. And a Dream. And that's it. 115 to 26 army supply. Bill is dead. It's all over but the singing. Bill trying to take a base down here. It's not done yet. It's too much Terran. He's got the +2 attack. The +2 armor. The stim. Yep, just simply not enough. That 4th base getting killed was huge. No real aggression on the other side of the map either. No counterattacks possible. And the pressure here from Zero was immense. He's been macroing fairly well behind it. And I guess he's maxed out. So sitting here on a 4,000 mineral bank is not the end of the world. These Widowmines. Yeah. And I mean, I don't want to say that's a GG. Zero gets the win. Check out Pulls It. Link in the description. They're sponsoring the channel. Check them out. KK. Great. Oh, that was a bit of an unfortunate loss there, I would say, from Bill. I like Bill a lot. I think he's improved very much. I'm not sure if this is an older game or not. Sometimes they get sent in and maybe they sit in the folder for a while. But yeah, we didn't see any Infestor play, no Viper play. Didn't make an Overseer. I don't know if Bill has never run into Widowmines before. I think that is fairly unreasonable considering how deep into the ladder this is. Yeah, average APM from Bill was 260 and it's 191 for the Terran. So I mean, this is not like a gold level game or anything. But seriously, no Overseers got produced at all. And that's not the entire thing. I don't want to blame this entirely on Overseers, but you know what? A lot of it was Overseers. A lot of it was Overseers. 6 kills on that Widowmine. Just been sitting there. Never got killed once they got, once they got that cloak ability and ye old more Ghost Academies are coming in. We didn't see the nuke launch, which is a little bit disappointing for sure. But at the end of the day, it turns out detection is great. Detection is the best. And maybe you could have held on to this base if you had more detection. Engaging off creep, I think, was also a mistake here from Bill. You really want to force the Terran to engage you on creep if you can. And then your Banelings are faster, your Hydras are faster, your ability to connect is better. There were a couple engagements off creep that went pretty unfortunately, and that was a big part of it too. So, I mean, props to Zero here. Pressuring as much as he did. Can't argue with that. What a guy. Ends up pulling it out at the end of the game, and bam. That's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and a mid-rank madness game. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. Check out Polls It. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, all those great places at /Falcon Paladin. I'm out there pretty regularly these days, so give me a follow. And I've been posting shorts too on this channel. You probably have noticed. So that's going to be it for me again. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for being here. And until next time, as always, you take care of yourself.